I'm back. I know. I know it's been a while, like 10 months to be exact since I last posted a video, but I'm back and hopefully for good this time. For those of you that are new here, hi, my name is Tanaya and I have been traveling in my Chevy Express with my two kitties, which I want to start with that because this is going to be hard for me to talk about. I've been dreading talking about this on camera just because I hadn't yet, and I still haven't accepted it, and the grieving process has been hard, but I do know a part of grieving is talking about it so that I can talk through it and accept it. So unfortunately, over the summer, my kitty Banjo passed away and crossed the Rainbow Bridge, unexpectedly. So yeah, don't I don't know how to talk about this, sorry. Um, but he is no longer with us. I do still have my kitty Zyla. It wasn't a tragic road accident or anything like that. He did pass peacefully inside of a home. So I didn't want to discourage anybody that still wants to travel with cats because it is still safe, it is still fun. They deserve to be on your journey with you, and I do encourage you to still travel with your cats. But yeah, the grieving journey has been hard, and that's part of the reason why I haven't been filming myself because I needed to take a step back and just breathe and accept everything and be able to just accept the fact that my baby's gone. Okay. I just wanted to say to anyone out there that is grieving a pet or the loss of a close loved one in general, that I feel your pain and I understand it completely. When Banjo passed, it did feel like an entire chunk was just ripped out of my heart, and I know that that hole will be there forever, but I'll fill that hole with the space and the love that I have for him. A lot of the advice that I've gotten is that grief is a testament to the love and the amount of love that you had for your lost loved one. So it does make me feel happy that I know I have and had so much love in my heart to give him. I think what hurts the most is that he had so much more of this journey to experience, but I know that he's still with me in spirit. I've gotten so many signs of him, and yeah, it's just one thing to study psychology and know about the grieving process and know that there's ups and downs of it, but grieving isn't linear, and I had to learn that through living through it, and I'm still living through it. I honestly thought that I would just be able to accept it, cry, get over it, move on, but I have been going through the phases of still in the denial phase, still in the bargaining phase, still in the anger phase, because he did get to make it to 3 years old, thankfully, but 2 months after he turned three is when he passed. Yesterday made 8 months without him, and it's been tough, but I'm gonna keep pushing because I know he liked to see me happy. I know he would have loved this journey and would hate to just see me give up on my dream. So I am going to continue to travel and gonna keep doing things in his honor. And yeah, love you, Banjo. And he'll always be in my heart. I got a little necklace for him. So he is always with me. And one special thing that I do plan on doing is going and releasing his ashes to the different national parks and all over the country as well as outside of the country and all of the places that I wanted to show him because I know that a piece of him, if anything, still deserves to be there. And yeah, so I ended up just putting all of the videos together from what we had done and what he got to experience before he passed. And that is just basically what this video will be. It'll just be a recap of what I've been up to. And yeah, I don't want to talk about this any longer, so we'll go ahead and get into the video. In my last vlog update, the kitties and I had just finished visiting our first national park, White Sands, and it was so gorgeous that we didn't want to leave, but we had to keep heading east. Right after New Mexico, I headed straight for Texas because I've always wanted to see what Dallas has to offer, and luckily, my bestie's family lives there, and they let me stay with them for a bit to explore.
These are beaver nuggets. If you ever see anybody say beaver nuggets, this is actually what they're talking about. Like they love beaver nuggets and stuff.
But, like, what's in them?
It's pretty much like corn syrup nuggets. Like, yeah, it's delicious. It's just I don't know what's in it. It's just good. Like it's just good.
It's so big in here. And I found a little patches sticker that I want to buy.
You haven't even seen like the good part.
Vines
It was
family.
great having her. This is lovely energy. But still stay true to you. Stay true to what you're doing. Stay true to what you committed to. Stick it all the way out for you so that you know you did all you could do for what you wanted to do. Okay? So that's my affirmation for you. Keep going.
My next stop after Dallas was Louisiana. I had never been to Louisiana before, so I wasn't sure what to expect, but I ended up finding a beach where it is legal to camp on overnight. And even though it was a bit gloomy and the weather was off, I still woke up in shock at just the fact that I was on the beach. I ended up staying in Louisiana for just one night and then headed straight to Florida because I knew that my ultimate goal was to beach camp on beaches with pretty water, and Florida is number one on my list. Today's beach camping setup. I've got a hammock. It was my first time putting up a hammock, so I'm so proud of myself. This is our view. And then I've just been sitting right here. And then we've got the kitties hiding from the sun. This is the point where I realized that when I'm traveling, any place that I park at can be my backyard or my front yard or my side yard or whatever. And this was that day's backyard. I got to park right up on the water. There was a barrier, don't worry, but it was beautiful. I stayed on a few more beaches in Clearwater, and then I moved to Orlando with my cousin, which I stayed there for a whole month, got a job and everything, but the job just wasn't for me, and I'm very big on protecting my peace, so I had to go. I decided to do what was best for my mental health, and that meant heading back to my home state of Virginia just to be surrounded by friends and family while I recentered myself and found that peace and happiness again while also working. And while I was there, I decided to explore Luray Caverns. This is gonna look completely different in like 10 days. Getting to spend summer and the holidays with my friends and family did feel great, and it did make me feel very comforted. But once winter hit, I had to go. I immediately knew that I would find myself back in Arizona because I cannot do the snow and I cannot handle the East Coast winter. So I quickly headed west. It took me about 5 days, and I specifically planned out my route so that I could end up back at Van Life Pride. And if you guys remember, last year Van Life Pride was my first ever van event where I found myself a lovely community. This was definitely the exact welcome back to the desert that I needed, and I feel complete again. I got Zyla a new little tunnel.